Hi guys, Jeff here from TaT. Just to let you know, the electric car that we've been building over the past 12 months is up and running, as you just saw. So I'll give you a quick little peek on some of the componentry that makes up our electric vehicle. So if we start at the back here first up, we've got our main control areas. We've got a 240 volt charging port which comes in via the fuel flap over here through these cables. That comes in and controls a 240 volt high voltage battery charger. So this is a 240 volt down to 96 volt battery charger, charging our main battery pack. We've also got a DC-DC charger, so that's a 96 volt down to 14 volts. So that takes the replacement of our alternator on the car once the vehicle's running, and a DC-DC charger there as well. A couple of other components which link it all together. Our battery management system, so our battery pack is here. We've got 96 batteries there in blocks of 3, running our 96 volt system. We've got our long mons, which are these little sensors on each one of them. They're monitoring the battery system where the green lights are flashing. That runs through a battery system, and I'll do a separate video on that to show you the programming of the battery management system. So each one of those is monitoring 3 cells or 3 batteries, and they're all banked up there to make up our 96 nominal voltage. Basically fully charged, it runs at about 105 volts. If we head up to the front of the car then, where the motor and controller is basically, and a few other bits and pieces. You can see we've got our main controller here, which is a DC to AC controller, so it's DC in, AC voltage out. We've got our AC motor there and linked up. Wiring, which is wired up through the system, through an accelerator pedal position sensor and a few others, an RPM, temperature sensor, etc., which control the controller. There's also a program for the controller. I'll show you that data in a separate video. We've got a vacuum pump and a canister for the vacuum brakes. Otherwise, pretty basic and simple setup. So it is up and running. There's a bit of fine tuning still to go. We've then got to get it engineered and registered. And once we've done that, we'll get the paint job done on the outside of the car. Should be looking pretty flashing. This is the car that we'll be doing our electrical training with later on once we're all out to get back to some training. So the electrical training course, which Jack Stepanian and myself are putting together. So we'll do another 2 videos, one on the battery management system, one on the computer system for the controller. So yeah, excited to see it finally up and running. Hopefully we'll get it registered soon so we can get it driving out in the streets. See you next time.